If you're struggling with IBS, then it's likely that you've come across gut-directed hypnotherapy as a way of taking control of your symptoms, because hypnotherapy for IBS is fast becoming one of the most promising new techniques for helping you to not only manage your IBS gut symptoms, but also the anxiety that often goes hand in hand. But what exactly is gut-directed hypnotherapy and how exactly does it work? How can your mind change what's happening inside of your gut? Well, if you're looking to explore how hypnotherapy for IBS can help you and what's involved in a program of gut-directed hypnotherapy, then keep watching as I'm going to explain everything. Hello and welcome back. If you're new to the Calm and Happy Gut, my name is Jane, and as a psychotherapist specializing in gut-directed hypnotherapy and cognitive behavioral therapy for IBS, I know a few things about helping you take back control of what's happening inside of your gut. So if you're ready to learn more on this topic, then don't forget to subscribe and make sure that you get your copy of my free Ultimate Guide to IBS, which is linked down below in the description. Okay, so I've been working with clients online all around the world using gut-directed hypnotherapy and CBT for about 4 years now. And very often when clients reach out to me, they're pretty desperate, and hypnotherapy is really seen by them as a last resort. They may have heard about hypnosis to manage their IBS from a gastroenterologist or from their doctor, or they may have been online and Googled and found the myriad of research and clinical studies supporting its use. In fact, gut-directed hypnotherapy was first used almost 40 years ago. So whilst it's not new, it's been a very well-kept secret, which thankfully is now going more and more mainstream. But what is it? Well, before I explain what gut-directed hypnotherapy is and why it's so effective for helping to improve IBS, we need to take a step back and ask a bigger question, and that is, what is hypnosis? Well, hypnosis is a focused state of attention and what is called heightened suggestibility. It's a completely natural state and one where your mind is more responsive to suggestion. This means that when you are in the state of hypnosis, you're able to accept suggestions given to you more easily or more deeply than normal. And a suggestion is really an invitation for you to experience the world differently. Now, when working with IBS symptoms, suggestions may include asking you to imagine your gastrointestinal tract as a smooth flowing river with no obstacles or delays. So to go back to the question of what is hypnotherapy, it's about using the state of hypnosis in a therapeutic way. And gut-directed hypnotherapy is specifically designed to help treat functional gut disorders like IBS. So whether you work with a gut-directed hypnotherapist, such as myself, or you listen to self-hypnosis audios, the suggestions that you hear will be specifically targeting the function of your gut, so that it can begin to work smoothly, consistently, and collaboratively with the rest of your body. So I'd love to know if you've experienced hypnotherapy before. Let me know down in the comments, and if you have any questions on hypnosis, let me know so I can address these in future videos. So now that you know what gut-directed hypnotherapy is, how exactly does it work to treat IBS symptoms? Well, truthfully, we don't fully understand how it works, but according to researchers, it's believed that by entering into this deeply relaxed and focused state, the state of hypnosis, your brain becomes open to suggestions on how to better communicate with your gut to improve your symptoms. It does this by influencing your nervous system and leveraging your brain's ability to bring under voluntary control processes in the body which seem initially to be outside of your control, such as changes within your digestive system. Now, this approach targets the miscommunication between the brain and the gut, which seems to play a large role in several gastrointestinal issues, including IBS. Hypnotherapy can also help to regulate the HPA axis and relieve stress, which is often one of the biggest triggers in IBS. Often with IBS, you worry about having a flare-up or you're anxious about the symptoms of a flare-up. This stress in itself can make your symptoms worse. So by reducing the stress levels inside of your body, inside of your nervous system, using hypnosis, you're actually helping to break this stress symptom cycle. So whilst we don't understand the exact science of how hypnosis works, we absolutely can see the evidence of what it can do for IBS. And this includes reducing IBS symptoms in two main ways. Firstly, by improving motility. Now, this is the speed at which food moves down through your digestive tract. So whether you're experiencing constipation or diarrhea, we can help to normalize this. And secondly, it can be used to reduce the sensitivity inside of your gut. Now, in addition to helping with GI symptoms, it can also help to reduce the levels of stress inside of the body, decrease anxiety and depression, and improve overall quality of life. So what does the research say? Well, the research is actually pretty incredible. And in 2019, nearly 30 studies on gut-directed hypnotherapy from the last 30 years were reviewed. On average, symptom reduction of over 70 to 80% was seen, along with improvements to quality of life and also a reduction in anxiety and depression. It's also been shown to be as effective as the low FODMAP diet, which is pretty exciting because this means you can reduce your IBS symptoms without having to follow stressful and restrictive diets. What's more, the improvements achieved by undertaking a program of gut-directed hypnotherapy have been found to last, with the longest current study showing improvements in gut symptoms lasting for 5 years. Inside of my own online clinic, I frequently see symptom improvement above this level and help my clients to rebuild trust and confidence in their bodies, feel good about meal times in reintroducing different foods without feeling anxious or fearful, and help them get back to living their lives, whether this is going out on holiday, eating out with friends, or being able to travel on public transport again. And as a final point here on its effectiveness, the American Gastroenterological Association actually recommends the use of gut-directed hypnotherapy for patients early in the course of managing IBS symptoms and not saved as a last-ditch treatment option. So now you know what gut-directed hypnotherapy is, and you know that it can help to reduce your symptoms. What actually happens inside of a session, what goes on? Well, inside of the Calm Gut IBS program, I see clients over 6 sessions, and each session is a combination of hypnosis, cognitive behavioral therapy, which is CBT, and coaching. And during the hypnotherapy part of the session, which lasts for about 30 minutes, I use hypnotic suggestions, which are tailored to your specific symptoms and your concerns. So for example, if you're having problems with gut motility, whether that's showing up as constipation or diarrhea or a mix of the two, suggestions will be given that focus on the rhythm and the flow of digestion. And if pain is a dominating symptom for you, then suggestions will be included that really focus on soothing and protective changes happening inside of your bowel. Suggestions are also given that reinforce the positive changes and your ability to gain control over how your bowel functions. Now, these suggestions could include continuing to get better and better hour by hour, day by day, and remaining free from any discomfort, irritation, or sensations that bother you. So I hope by this point you have a good idea of what's involved, but you may be wondering how long it takes to start experiencing and seeing results. Well, many of the research studies followed a program of hypnotherapy which lasted between 6 to 10 sessions. Inside of the Calm Gut IBS program, I see clients for 6 sessions, and whilst everyone responds differently, many of my clients do experience noticeable improvement after just 3 sessions. However, it is really important to keep in mind that everyone is different and will respond in their own way. Occasionally, some clients may require some extra sessions to achieve symptom reduction. Research also shows that not everybody will respond to gut-directed hypnotherapy, which is just one of the reasons why I integrate cognitive behavioral therapy into all of my sessions with clients. So I hope this video was helpful, and I hope that it's answered many of the questions that you had. But if you do have further questions about hypnotherapy for IBS, then make sure you drop them down below in the comments. So that's it for now. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you're wanting to learn more about how gut-directed hypnotherapy and CBT can help you regain control of your IBS, then make sure you check out this next video. I'll see you soon.